What is up, everybody? We are Cinema 3D, and today we are going to be deciding what is the definitive superhero theme.
Well, two different ideas.
So, all right, we are here today. We weren't together, now we're together. Now we're sitting here, and we're here to talk about what is the definitive superhero theme. Now, what do we mean by that? How can we make the claim of what is definitive? John, you want to fill in the people at home watching and get an answer?
I think with superhero films and superhero characters, not only is obviously the suit very important, but so is a score. You know, when you think of a superhero or when they have their big entrance scene, you want to have a awesome swelling theme to go with it. And it's honestly very important. Sound is important, obviously. So score is everything. Not everybody agrees or cares, but we do. And
we do.
I've talked to some people over my life. And no, I remember. Yeah, I'll say it. Andrew and Aaron.
Oh?
When I was on that first episode I did with them, it was a score draft, and I said music is the most important thing in a film. And Andrew was like, no. I was like, okay, what is? He was like, story, acting, you know, writing, whatever, all that stuff, which I'm like, yeah, they're great. But I went on to explain, like, you know, if your music's not good, I'm not going to think about your film after the fact. If it is, even if the movie sucks, if your music's good, I can still attach to that film in some way. But if the story's great, the acting's great, the music sucks,
it definitely helps.
I'm not gonna like it when I watch it. You know,
the visual recognition and the sound recognition of a character is something that sets them to a higher level than other films. Something that can make a film feel iconic, because you know, if people are talking about listing off several different movies, and you know, you're talking about what makes up Hollywood, what makes up classic cinema, and if you're able to go Indiana Jones and you hear an accompaniment of bum ba dum bum bum ba dum, you hear someone says Jurassic Park and you hear da 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 da, these are things that then instantly make you recognize the film, think about the film, takes you to a moment within the film that like can just make you instantly want to jump into that world.
It helps with the emotion. It helps with the emotion as
Absolutely.
well. Like, you know, for sad, happy, you know, triumphant. Like, what's triumphant? Superheroes.
That's just music in general too. And we have talked about it, and we will talk about it. Is one memory I have is Captain America: The First Avenger. When I first saw that movie, I was kind of blown away because I was like the first real superhero movie I seen. The theme in that movie was played a couple times, and every time I hear it, it brings me back to 2011 when I first sat in the theater. And I watched it 3 different times. It brings me back to each of those instances. Absolutely.
I mean, you have the nostalgia factor. Then you also have, let's say, the usage of where you can manage, and people try to, and it doesn't always work. And sometimes it works great. And in the instance of Captain America, let's just say, then once, you know, you go through his whole journey, you come to him in Endgame, and Iron Man gives him back his shield, and you hear the notes, and it's like, oh, he's Captain America again. It's that type of recognition with a theme and a character to where those notes represented that he's going back into being Cap again.
And there's always
that's the power of a song.
And there's always like different renditions of themes, but at the same time, some of the themes that have already been established, you kind of automatically recognize for this specific character.
Absolutely.
And other composers can have different interpretations for sure, but sometimes you have the definitive theme.
Sometimes it's
which is what we're here to discuss. We're here to just kind of talk about the different themes from these superhero movies, and then ultimately come to a conclusion and to an agreement of what is the definitive superhero theme.
And the starting point for, as it was the superhero, the starting point of discussion and looking at superhero themes, I believe we should go no further than Superman himself, always the star, always the OG. Now there's one thing that I would like to see. I don't know if it's going to be on here or not, but if we can hear the Fleischer brothers Superman theme, just to also be able to compare it to what Williams did.
Yes, I would agree. I actually really like the Fleischer
I love the series.
I love the series. I love the theme. I love the intro.
It's I mean, what we're really seeing here is, I mean, you talk about really setting the groundwork. This is really setting the groundwork for what a superhero is in entertainment, because this is the first time it's going into mainstream audience appeal of moving from comic book to live action.
1940
serials. They would play it in the theaters, and kids would storm into the theater to watch the Superman show.
And this is the first animated superhero brought to life, and I mean their animation was just top notch. But
still is.
It still is. I mean, it's mind blowing.
Beautiful.
It is beautiful. Some of the best animated animation ever done.
It's more fluid than animation now. It's crazy.
I mean, it looked like a feature film level quality. Yeah, watch some of those. They're incredible.
Not even 50 minutes long.
Of course, we have to wait for.
Now the only and obviously there was other stuff around this time, but I think this would be the definitive one to look at pre-1970s.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
No, it's got that build.
Yeah. So there, I mean,
that's like, I've never heard this before, but
you feel like you've heard it, right?
It feels like I have, because the original Superman film, and also Captain America kind of pull from this.
No, they were, I mean, intentionally, 100%. They were going for, Silvestri was saying, all right, this is a period piece taking place in the 40s.
Silvestri.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it is. And does this sets the template for heroic, sets the template for what Superman is. I mean,
no matter how Superman
faster than a speeding bullet.
No matter how bad the situation is, this music brings you up.
And this is the music that would play, because I mean, the Superman series, they were, the animated was very formulaic in terms of what would happen, and obviously he would get kind of like Popeye, he'd get knocked down, and then he'd have to conjure up the strength to.
It was the villain of the week.
Yep, villain of the week,
whatnot, but.
And then here this comes, and when that's delivered, that's like that's one of those things.
Oh yeah,
that's a thing. This is a huge side note. Why is villain of the week back then fine, but villain of the week now is deemed bad?
Depends on how you're presenting it.
It depends on how you're presenting it, but also we've seen a plethora of superhero content, and when you get into that formula constantly, aka from Marvel, when you start getting that formulaic thing, it just kind of gets a little bit. It just gets.
I'm almost done with Flash season 9.
There's a good
crazy.
Example.
I'm okay with villain of the week if it's. I mean, this is serialized. This isn't. You're not watching.
It's animated too. So
and but you're not watching this to say, okay, we're gonna watch Superman's arc. It's like, it doesn't matter. We're almost going standalone. Like this is an adventure that Superman's going on.
Yeah.
But if you're watching a full-on live-action series, I might want to see some more growth in that.
Yeah.
Yes, I would agree. But yeah, no,
it's almost 100 years.
Yeah. Oh my god,
that's insane. But yeah, so I think right after that we got to go into John Williams.
And we'll definitely have the.
What year was that again?
1978.
Yep. We'll have the thumbnail probably up here. But for sure, the Fleischer cartoon Superman. Amazing.
I'm gonna probably be buying the Blu-ray of them actually pretty soon.
Nice
to watch them. Yeah.
Nice.
All right,
so then here we go.
This is the classic John Williams.
This is the Superman theme.
Absolutely,
it is unbelievable. I just can't wait to hear.
Yeah. So you already hear that he's 100%, and John Williams being a child from that era, he's saying, well, what's Superman? Superman is this, pulling from that theme, but making it even more cinematic. And this is just timeless. This
the build-up is incredible.
It's almost 40 years later, too.
Yeah. That's good.
I mean, come on.
I mean, this gets you hyped.
Especially when you just.
It feels like, it feels like the most classic cinema, Americana that you could pull from with this.
Very much, yes.
And a year after John Williams did Star Wars as well, with him doing this theme, to me personally, this theme is borderline as iconic as any of John Williams' other themes.
And it's hopeful.
Yep.
You know, I mean, this is why I'm. You know, the world needs Superman, another Superman movie. This is why the new Superman's coming out. Like, we need some hope.
And to me, I mean, that is the quintessential almost purpose and point of Superman, right? Is to point to that ideal and point to that hope, and that's what this theme does. And I think that, I mean, I feel good listening to it right now. I feel like it's like a wholesome hope too, and it's like that's what Superman's meant to convey. And well,
it's weird because it's one of those themes. I have my cinematic playlist that we sometimes listen to in the car, and this is one of those that I usually skip over, and not because it's bad, but because it's almost too hopeful. Because I tend to listen to the more dark stuff that, like, you know, driving, but this one is like so good that I tend to skip over because I'm like, I don't want us to be all happy. I want to talk about real life stuff.
But this is the theme. This is Superman's theme, and it's like I'm very. I mean, that's why the Brendan Routh Superman Returns, they brought that back for a reason.
Very curious to hear that one.
Oh yeah, it's
I don't remember it.
And that's done by John Ottman, great composer, but he did a great job with the rendition as well. It's just pretty much a continuation.
Right.
But yeah, no, I mean, Christopher Reeves, just phenomenal. And people think this is cheesy. It's like, he did come on.
Yeah, he did X2.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't think there's any way to go from this definitive, hopeful Superman theme and not jump 10 years into the future right now.
And do 89. That was... because... Well, 89 was Elfman. Yeah. I was going to say a point that I was going to bring up later was John Williams did... No, he didn't. I'm stupid. He did, because you mentioned him doing Superman and going straight into Star Wars. And then I was going to say Hans Zimmer going from Batman to Superman. But I guess he's kind of the only one who did that switch up.
He would have done both.
I mean, going from Superman to Star Wars is a crazy turnaround, because you know he was working on those at the same time.
Probably. And I mean, regardless, either way, with both of them, he was trying to convey the same thing with both of the themes. So with Star Wars and Superman, and Indiana Jones for that matter, he was trying to convey classic Hollywood.
Yes,
all three times.
Yep. And what's great is that those directors, they grew up on the old school serials, Americana, like just that look, that feel. So what better way to really invoke that than not only with the visuals but also the sound, the music. Now we get into the antithesis of Superman.
The literal antithesis of Superman. If we were just flying in the clouds by day, waving hi to the pilots as we pass them, now we are on the streets of Gotham. In the shadows.
Like, tattooed on my butt.
You need one up here when.
Yeah, no, just your statement. I don't know how that would work.
You can.
This theme.
I mean, absolutely.
The movie that keeps getting better every time I watch it.
The movie that will probably go down if we tallied up as the most mentioned film on Cinema 3D.
Rightfully so.
So much we had to go to a concert about it.
So much we went to a concert.
Oh, so good.
Of course, I should click it earlier and just wait.
Oh, wait for the ad. There we go. Oh, we gotta go.
Wow, we must have watched this recently.
Just the build-up.
Oh,
nice.
It is weird listening to this and not seeing the water shield.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's
Jack Nicholson, Michael Keaton.
The build-up.
See, this is
It's the same thing as Superman. I don't mean everything we said for representing the character. It's the same
antithesis.
Thing. It's the antithesis.
And what's crazy is the bombastic portion is not that long.
Oh, that's what's great.
But that's what's awesome. All right.
Yeah. same thing with like the up speed.
And it's so fitting too that John Williams did Superman's theme and Danny Elfman does Batman's theme. Like, I mean, just from what their own resume of work.
It's great because it's so ominous. Like you have the bombastic, then you go right into.
For the hint of it, and then right back down. Well, I love that's what I love about the ending of the film. Even is when the bell's ringing and and you see him standing up there and it gets really bombastic and then it just goes right back into.
Oh, so gothic! It's gothic. It's heroic. It's menacing, atmospheric. It's just everything. It is Batman's theme. It's literally
100%.
I don't understand. I don't even think. How could you call that cheesy? I don't think you can call it. No,
that one. There's no way.
There's no.
I mean, if you call that cheesy, then you're calling classical music cheesy.
Yeah,
I mean, you're calling. I mean, at that point, you're calling majority of film music cheesy. That's just epic.
It's so epic.
The film, I guess, makes more sense if people say it's cheesy.
Some elements,
but the music, no,
sure.
I can't.
No,
I can't.
I mean, look at
and that's down to taste, but at the same time, like
taste
that theme. I mean, come on, that theme. What's crazy is that when anybody hears that, you know what that is.
Yeah.
I mean, the animated series did a rendition of that because it's so iconic.
Well, they tried to bring it back for the original 2017 Justice League.
They tried to bring it back. It didn't work.
No, because it doesn't fit with Affleck's.
I think it can work.
It can if everyone decided, if all the composers and directors, they all decided this is Batman's theme, but we're gonna do a rendition of it and not just try to like literally copy it, but at the same time show that those similar beats and do it like that. Because like Elfman even said like, no, I'm bringing back this theme because this is Batman's theme. I agree, but at the same time you're kind of just.
If Justice League here's the thing: if Justice League 2017 was a good movie, first off, and second off, like when he comes, if you could actually hear the theme being played, that would have been nice. But let's pretend that we're watching an amazing film, right? And then Ben Affleck's ready to go out, and the Batmobile launches out, and you hear ba-da-ba-ba-dun, da-da-da-da.
No, that would
I mean, I felt the same way about the Flash. Like the usages of it. Very nice, but like
it's not going to hold up.
No, because of the film.
Yeah.
But I mean, regardless, it is one of those themes that when you hear it, you can't help but like, even if you're watching a terrible movie, to me, I still get like a little, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. There's a little nod.
But I feel like we got to go into, I mean, we pretty much just got to go like an exact reverse pattern of what we just did and go into Batman 1992 animated series theme.
Oh shoot!
Just to hear the I mean,
yes,
because I mean, if you want to talk about Batman's iconic theme, it's basically this.
Now here's
John's favorite.
Now here's the Mask of the Phantasm. But
true.
But here's the thing though, you could do the opening titles because Danny Elfman did that, but that's not the actual theme.
For the Batman,
it's the girl, right?
For the Shirley Walker's theme.
Well, that's what we need to listen
to. Which is the second one that I read.
This one,
I believe so.
It says Danny Elfman, but it might just be labeling him. Let me just search Shirley Walker.
And it might not. It might bring up the Mask of the Phantasm, but
alternate. Yeah, that's probably what.
Yeah, main title. Okay.
Nice fiver.
This is. And this is. Oh, nice.
Oh yeah. Now I want to watch this.
See, we can't forget. We got to think about what fits the character the most, because that plays into the whole what is the best theme of all time.
This is working.
Yeah.
This I really want someone to use this. The bum 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 bum.
See,
that's great.
I like how this one's a little bit more chaotic.
Now, what's crazy, though, is that this theme is actually the rendition of the Adventures of Batman and Robin, which had a whole separate intro. But,
man, that just made me think about so much stuff. This theme made me think about so many things with Batman's themes over the years.
Oh, yeah.
Because 89 is great. This one has a little bit of chaos in it when we get down to the future ones.
They get more chaotic.
Like, think about Pattinson's right now. His is chaotic, but also not. It's just split personality. The theme is 6 minutes long.
Now, speaking of that, I mean, we'll get into that, but we'll get into that theme. But the
I like how short it is too.
The Batman's theme, for the most part, it's repetitive, but when it gets into it, it is very much that heroicness of Shirley Walker's animated series. Not to get
too ahead, but that I normally don't like repetitiveness, but that one works for some reason. It builds from a small thing to this almost anger-filled theme, but the first half of it is Bruce Wayne's theme, and that's what I like about that split thing.
When we get to
and this one's more like, it's in a minute.
Yeah,
but it's really I can't pick.
So
how do you pick? How do you pick between two Batman?
I just realized that it was composed by Shirley Walker, but also Michael McCuston. He did Sub-Zero's music, and he did his own rendition of Batman's theme, and it's actually really cool. But
I think that this one is the one that plays within the episodes when he's getting ready to do something, and it's amazing. I still think Elfman's theme, because it's in the opening credits as well. So I even associate that theme with 89, but I also associate it with the animated series. So that's one thing about Danny Elfman's, the main Batman theme, that we would always attribute it to, where I would still think of it as Batman's theme because of the double usage. And like, I can picture him even fighting the criminals on the roof, and especially when it like fades down.
Oh, I know, yeah.
So that's now I think we can skip over Forever. I do love Forever's theme, but it does disappoint me also a little bit that it's that it's so new.
We're gonna end up just focusing on Batman soon. Right? We know that's good.
No, so I did the next main thing for superheroes would probably be
Spider-Man.
It'd probably be X-Men.
Oh, true. Yeah, I don't even see. That's the thing. I don't like when we pull up X2.
I think X2 because it's because that's the one that gets used for everything, because it.
Oh, the sweet.
The one thing I will say before we move on to this, though, is Superman's theme from the animated series. It's also great.
Oh yeah.
Same thing. I mean, they were going. It feels like it's all a build-up of whatever the Fleischer brothers were working on.
So this was what, 2000?
2002, I believe. Yes.
Is that the same time as Spider-Man?
Spider-Man came out in 1.
Okay, so Spider-Man.
No, 2002. X2 2003. Spider-Man is 2002.
And X-Men is 2000.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I said X-Men.
And then 1999 is Blade.
And you have a lot of people. We probably bypassed, and we apologize in the comments. We bypassed, X-Men animated series. We bypassed Spider-Man from the 90s. We bypassed a lot of the iconic stuff here is coming from the 90s, from the animation, the animation standpoint.
My original idea was specifically live action, but I do appreciate that we are throwing in like some animated stuff.
And I think that's fair, because animated gets a little crazy.
It's just hard because then you have Spider-Verse films, then you have all those different various artists.
I think we should focus on live action. But it was fun to visit Superman and Batman.
Oh, yeah.
At least for
because you get those similarities. So
Darkwing Duck.
Should we listen to Spider-Man or X2 first?
I would do technically Spider-Man came first in this regard.
Now I really, really love Elfman's Spider-Man theme.
Absolutely.
I really, really do. I think it's triumphant. I just think it's iconic. It's like Superman's theme. Like that just, feels good. Especially whenever it appears. Whenever Spider-Man's on screen, you're like, yes.
This is it, right? It just takes a minute.
I see the Marvel comics right now too. This one feels very, and I know it's for the reason, but it feels very Marvel.
Yeah, with an edge.
You know what I mean?
It probably gave them their ground to like move forward.
Yeah, it's just iconic, man.
That image, I don't think they can see it, but that image is like awesome.
It is awesome.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's like Spider-Man and Inception.
It's just so good, dude.
I don't remember this.
You don't remember this? Oh,
maybe it's not the part, but like I feel like the part I remember is more upbeat.
Oh, it does. Yeah, it just takes a minute.
We gotta really listen to this one.
Yeah. It's already 5:05. It has to be a part 1, part 2.
Yeah, it might have to be part 1.
Now, see, I specifically remember the Spider-Man 2 one more, but because this has the Green Galvin's portion in it too, but it's good.
Oh, someone said 248. I wonder if that's the spot.
Let's hear it.
All right.
Oh, most replayed.
Oh, well.
Should have checked that.
It's yeah.
Yeah. I think I remember this. Yeah. Dude, this is a good theme, man.
That's a very good theme.
Just the whole message of responsibility and stuff is that you hear it, you feel it in that theme, dude.
See, that's the thing, bro. Like, people don't get it, man. It just bothers me.
You're not doing a theme just because of just doing
It's
a theme.
not just music. It's not like, a random celebrity just picked up a mic and said, "Hey, I'm an artist now." This is like deep thought, it's talking with the director, with the writers about what the theme is.
It's what gives the character, the superhero character, like weight, and it's what brings it to life.
Yeah,
Dude,
absolutely.
You go anywhere. What do you hear?
Music.
You don't see a movie playing anywhere. You don't see a TV show playing anywhere. You might see it at the gym, but there's always music playing.
Always music playing.
At a coffee shop, there's always music playing.
For ambiance.
In an elevator, there's music playing.
I mean, and there's music for everything.
There's music.
What do you
for
want?
everything.
What are you trying to convey? Coffee shop trying to convey peacefulness.
Yeah. An elevator
you're trying to get people excited, feeling good, and stuff like that. So
awkwardness.
It's
awkward music in an elevator.
It's part of the cinema experience to invoke emotion.
Yep.
And that's what themes are for.
Now, regarding Spider-Man, I do love the theme, and it works very well for Tobey Maguire's films, but I will say it doesn't quite reach the definitive character level, because I could see this being replaced and updated, right? But Superman and Batman, both of those themes, the one from 78 and one from 89, those two feel like you can't do better.
That's crazy though, because like they did. If anyone did, it was Superman and Batman's that held up to the originals. Spider-Man's the only other character that has two other castings for it. Amazing Spider-Man 2 score.
I want to hear that one.
Incredible. That's what I was talking to you about on the phone earlier.
Yeah.
Tom Holland's whatever. I don't care.
Well,
it's just that MCU type music.
Yeah. Let's hear. Can we go into? Can we just stay on Spider-Man for a second? Go into Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
2 and then bounce back. Yeah, I think that's the only other one that I'd really like to hear see.
You know who composed this?
This is Hans Zimmer.
Amen.
And
Hans Zimmer.
To me, I love Danny Elfman's theme, but I think if I remember right, I was more impressed with this one.
Wow.
With conveying Spider-Man.
I was just telling him the intro to Amazing Spider-Man 2, the movie opening,
It is great.
is incredible.
It is incredible. I gotta watch.
That is Spider-Man.
I might want to watch. I want to watch 2, but I don't really want to watch 1.
I'm telling you, 2 is
2 slept on.
heavily underrated.
There's elements that are great.
Regardless
There are elements. Here's the
problems.
problem: is there are elements that are really great, and then there are elements that might be one of the most whoa movies I've seen.
Dude, that's accurate as hell. That is so accurate.
Okay.
Oh, we're done.
I think this
live?
is it. I just don't know, because it's so hard to find the soundtrack, because it was. What's funny about this one is it's Hans Zimmer, but because of the Sinister Six being involved, they created a composing group called the Magnificent Six. It's 6 different composers who came together to work on these themes. And that's why it's super hard to find, because like Apple Music, Spotify. Yeah, it's this. Oh yeah.
Yes, it is.
Dude,
yep.
It's great.
This is New York.
Oh, New York, absolutely.
Like,
I mean, it
this
feels like
feels
New
like
York.
New York.
Feels like. Also, you have this amazing of a theme mixed with that amazing of a look with Andrew Garfield,
Dude,
Spider-Man.
That's one of the suits that's up for
that is the best Spider-Man suit.
That is
no, but I mean, like, just overall superhero
look, it's
like,
incredible. It's incredible.
It really is.
Dude,
I can't wait to do an episode on that because that's... Yeah.
Look at that look.
This is good. Like, amazing, actually.
Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so... Wow, backwards. It's so good. It makes you hype. But there is that sense of, like, I'm responsible for this whole city. Like, I'm responsible for these people.
But it's that young ideology. It's that youthfulness, too. That's what's great.
Missed.
It just keeps going.
Why couldn't it have been a trilogy?
I know.
I really wish. I heard something that he's going to be in Venom 3. Fighting Venom.
Whatever. I mean, whatever they do with, like...
He's like, whatever.
I mean, whatever they do with bringing it back, like, if it's not I don't know.
Yeah.
I was hoping the Flash could have been a little bit of a Michael Keaton's, like, his Batman Forever. Almost.
Yeah.
I don't think superhero legacy sequels are doing it for us.
They're not.
I think just regular legacy sequels can be good, but
superhero legacy sequels are.
I mean, Deadpool Wolverine, we'll see, because
it's meta.
That is technically different. He's already gone, but like it's MCU. We'll see.
But no, that thing's amazing.
That is amazing.
Now here's the thing: is like Tom Holland. They do have hints of the Spider-Man. That's cool, but they should have made that his actual theme if you're gonna go that far. But I really love the '90s. I love the '90s theme too. It's like that rock and roll type of thing, and it's like we're
not talking about the Spider-Man one, right?
I love that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. I love that.
That is the problem though, because you're right. I mean, if we're talking about what is the definitive notes for Spider-Man, actually, I mean, in all reality, when people think Spider-Man, they probably do think dun 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 before anything.
It's literally,
You could have really.
They could have.
They could have went with that more. Honestly.
Leaned fully into it.
But I would love I would love somebody to do for the next Spider-Man film, bring that type of theme back. That would be incredible. But
if I could pick next,
and
we gotta. But there is one film that I just thought about. If we're doing animation.
Yeah, if we're doing animation, I mean, Incredibles is great. If we're doing animation, you also got to recognize Duck Dodgers, in my opinion.
Never mind. Okay, never mind. That's too much stuff. But the next one would be...
That's great.
Probably.
Would be Begins.
Batman Begins theme, or X-Men.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Man of Steel as well. We got to get to.
Yeah. We got to get to the ones that I have tabbed: Man of Steel, Dark Knight, Avengers, Cap, Iron Man, and that's not going to happen. But we don't have to get to this one. This was just kind of an overlooked thing.
This theme's so good, dude.
This is X2.
This theme's amazing.
She looks kind of screwed up, but.
That's great.
Oh, it gets better.
Bro, my dad in the corner. They all have the same.
Very 2000s.
Oh, but so good, man.
But very good.
Oh yeah. See that does feel like a team.
Feels like a team.
Feels like a team.
It does. And what's great is that they brought it back for Days of Future Past, which was awesome to see. This theme's great, man. It does feel triumphant. A team, a assembled team, and
all in agreement.
And it does have hints of the '90s X-Men theme, which is great.
Next one on the list would be we'd be going into Batman Begins, 2005.
This is the one that's gonna screw everything up.
And I mean, we apply this to the whole trilogy.
Yeah.
Yes, I would agree.
Actually, it's.
Yes, it is.
Molasses. Could have probably pulled it up on Apple Music. I mean,
it's intense.
You already get it.
Yeah. Now, it's definitely, I mean, obviously we listen to it and it's great, but it definitely suits the film more, meaning like you're listening to it
when
with
it's used
the film.
in the, I mean, and that is also what we're trying to convey as well. And when you're using it in regard to the film,
if it can stand on its own as well, that's awesome too.
The problem with this is, to me at least, does it stand on its own as just like an amazing character theme? No. Does it elevate the film? Absolutely.
Oh yes.
So I'm not going to say that it didn't do its purpose. It did its purpose for the film. Now, for the character as a whole, would I say that this did a better job than 89's theme? No.
I think the difference is, now thinking about it, is that this, like you said, is better in the film.
Yes.
89's, when you're listening to it in the film, you're noticing that it's there, and you're like, holy crap, this is an amazing theme. This one fits almost seamlessly into the movie itself. Not that 89's bad in the film, but like this one is like a part of the movie itself.
I know exactly what you mean.
It's getting your heart going with that consistent
I mean, that
beat.
really is like you feel the intensity, and like, I mean, the way this is used, that is used at the end of The Dark Knight. Like,
where's that? Yeah, here it is. Most replayed. Gotta go to most replayed. Dude, this is workout music, bro.
Oh, it is.
Oh yeah.
No, I mean, my adrenaline's pumping listening to it already, and it's like, so it's a phenomenal theme. It just doesn't have a necessarily, John's classic. His stipulation for the theme is, can you hum it? That's a big thing, and you cannot hum this.
We said the same thing. Because it's not in this song, but in The Dark Knight or The Dark Knight Rises, there is the whole.
It's still in here too. You have Molasses instead, because that's the most iconic portion. But his theme is not this. It is that 2-note thing, which Hans Zimmer's very much likes to do. That is epic.
Yeah.
But it's just 2 notes that like swell up, and it's great, but it suits the film. And it suits the character in that film.
Yeah.
You're not gonna go from Superman's theme and Batman 89's theme, and you're gonna go to this one. It's like, whoa, what happened?
Yeah.
It still sounds amazing, but it suits the film, and it is great though.
This is not that great, but I would like to listen to it just for a brief second for Iron Man's theme.
Oh yeah. Is it the song? Because I love Iron Man 3's soundtrack, honestly, but
let's hear it from one, because that would be the technical what they would.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
This is like when he's
right? Yeah.
The poster that started all the MCU posters.
Yeah, that's a great poster though.
Yeah.
We just got White Justin over there.
Hey, and you.
And this is used when he's like doing his test run.
Yeah.
For the first time. To me, it's cool, and it's cool when it's used in the film. But it's not like.
I think you could have used this. I think this could have been Iron Man's theme for everything, in my opinion.
Like they just never brought it back.
Yeah.
Well, that's another thing is repetitiveness is needed to make something concrete.
Yeah.
And this is only used once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think I like it. I think it, not in a bad way, but I feel like it feels more like almost like a video game.
It does feel a little video game-ish.
Which can be great, but they're also kind of looked down upon for some reason.
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't look down on Mario's theme.
Mario's theme. Like, I don't know, probably Sonic's theme, Star Wars, like video games are iconic. So I think it is good though.
I think the character from Marvel that was handled the best in terms of an independent theme would be the next one that you're going to play.
Oh yeah.
Now, I don't really remember this.
Exactly. Oh, really?
Not really.
It fits in so well.
No, this one's good.
I feel like when you hear it.
Well, I'm not that
Captain
much
America.
of a.
There's the two things though, because First Avenger has a theme, but then Winter Soldier completely flips it on its head.
I do prefer the first Avengers theme.
I love Winter Soldier soundtrack.
Yeah.
But the Captain America theme is from First Avenger.
And this is Alan Silvestri.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Because Winter Soldier kind of just turns into this whole electronica soundtrack, which works for the film. Dude, it's
Okay,
it
I
is.
remember now. Yeah, now I remember.
This and the original Superman theme are probably the most heroic.
If this feels like we already said, Superman, Fleischer. This feels like the Rocketeer as well. Of what Alex Fleischer did with that.
Absolutely.
I love this theme, and I love that they used it again, and that it feels like Captain America. Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. That's very good.
Just like they're talking about the plans and like all that stuff.
And it's used throughout the film quite a bit as well. First Avenger is also I think I used it in our underrated list. Yeah,
it is.
very underrated film.
It is underrated.
But
2011, bro. Jeez.
Feels like the 40s.
This is what I'm talking
It
about.
does,
When I
that's
mentioned
true.
the whole like it brings me back. This is what I'm talking about. Like it brings me back to sitting in the theater like, who is this guy? Captain America. Oh my gosh, there's an Avengers movie coming out. What does that mean?
Oh yeah, right at the end credits.
Like I had no clue what the Avengers were.
I think we do have to recognize next, if we have time for it, the Avengers theme.
Yeah, we're gonna do part 1, part 2.
I mean, we're almost done.
We got Avengers, and then we got to do
Man of Steel,
Man of
Wonder
Steel,
Woman.
for sure.
I'd like to hit, and
and then Avengers.
Avengers, and
Maybe the best
Black Panther's actually pretty good.
Black Panther's good. So what do we do? Avengers.
Avengers theme.
Wow. Don't say it out loud. You can't.
You can't.
Everyone knows this.
It's become a theme. Like it's become like.
This is
like a
is
Star
the
Wars.
Superman. This is the Star Wars. This is the '89.
And Silvestri again, same thing. Alan Silvestri knocked it out of the park. Build up.
Yep.
Recognizable notes.
Yeah.
And 2 recognizable parts, kind of like Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Because there's this part, but then there's a part where they all get together. But I mean, come on, like.
It is it's like assembled.
It's assembled.
Pun intended. It's assembling the team,
Like,
and
you
it's like
could-
here's the team.
Yeah.
Almost use this theme for every MCU character, and it would still make sense for me.
It does, absolutely.
Yeah,
and you know, 2 great usages of this, right? I mean, when we initially started off with the Avengers and it's used in the 360 shot.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible. But then think about in that small 10-year time period when we saw Infinity War and we were all sitting together, and then when you heard dun-dun-dun, and then you knew that meant that Cap was behind the subway, like we were all just like, oh, and that's the power of a score.
And the portal scene in Endgame.
And then the portal scene, oh, come on, like used there and then used again at the very end, right when they're doing the sign off of the original 6.
Yeah.
I mean, and then it's that type of emotion that got in our theater the whole audience standing up and doing a standing
clapping.
ovation.
Yeah.
That's the power of a theme like that. And
This is
this is
very
Marvel's best theme.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
yes. No.
There's no
100%.
Yeah.
That'd be nope.
No,
This is the best theme from
this is
Marvel.
the best theme from Marvel, 100%.
That's why the MCU should have ended with Endgame.
I should have that helmet close.
Dude, I mean, come on. They signed off with the original 6
They
cast.
signed off with the original 6. You had a standing theater
everywhere across the nation.
across the nation of people crying, celebrating you for doing the
$2.8 billion
unthinkable
worth of appreciation.
of a series.
Yeah.
And you went and
Why would you keep going?
said Far From Home's in phase 3. And you went and created all this garbage.
You got to hit Wonder Woman's from, unless you want to do Man of Steel first, which is
Let's do Wonder Woman.
what are you guys? Because
Man of Steel's
now
good.
we're not talking about the one from Zack Snyder's Justice League. We're talking about.
No, BDS.
I Thought She Was With You.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I love how you know the name, though.
It's been grilled into me. That's one. I Thought She Was With You. I Thought She Was With You. But it's crazy though, because this is actually,
I love this theme.
it's memorable. When I think Wonder Woman now, I think this almost harkens back to the 70s show a little bit.
A little bit,
It's got
yeah.
that
With the
same...
guitar.
It's
Yeah.
Dude,
Really works for the character.
yeah.
it
And
really does. It's that
Did they
edgy-
use it in Wonder Woman though?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
retooled.
It was retooled. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was. I feel like it was made a little bit more lighthearted in Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
It still kicks ass, but this was like holy crap.
Yo, how is this most replayed, and that's most replayed? I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
this one.
I love the electric guitar portion.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. But the actual electric guitar portion is even better.
that?
The other one.
It got loud.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, no, that you feel like there's stakes in that theme, and I mean, I keep thinking about BVS because I listened to the soundtrack a million times over.
Same.
But this is Wonder Woman's theme.
Yeah,
like it's incredible the fact that you get Wonder Woman's theme in that movie. You get a new version of Batman's theme, which is very divisive, and you also get the iconic Henry Cavill Superman theme.
Mm-hmm.
3 incredible themes in one movie.
Yeah,
that's pretty much unheard of.
It is.
No, that's great.
Do you want to do what are you going to do when you're not saving the world?
I wish I didn't have to. Oh wow, look at that. I am going to skip over because it does build up, but
yes.
It's good.
It
is very
It's that. It is very. Yeah. No.
This is.
I'm not going to deny that this is probably.
To me, this is Superman.
And I can get that.
Yeah.
I mean, it has it. We're conveying the same thing.
Yeah.
With the music.
You are.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, for sure.
And it feels like a modernized version of what we're trying to do with that. No, it's great.
You have
best
that
thing about
sense
the movie.
of soaring.
Yeah.
That sense of flying high, of like Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. This is. Yeah.
Yep.
It's great.
I don't know what this is, but it's also still got that Dark Knight trilogy sense of the whole, heart keeping up with that same BPM.
I think it represents the character a little bit better than even the Dark Knight trilogy represents Batman.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Yeah. And you can really pick out the notes as well.
Yes.
Like you could learn the song on piano probably and play it just fine. Like
I used to know it. Yeah.
I really like. It's great. And especially the more with the other 2 note.
No, that's the best part.
It's great, but I actually really like Flight.
Flight's good.
I think that's amazing, and I love that they bring that back in Justice League because it's like, yes,
it's less instrumentation in Flight, which is why I don't listen to it as much. Because what are you going to do? The main theme is like the full, all encompassing all the instruments, but the Flight is kind of like. It's more in the moment.
Yes, yeah.
So, but they're both great.
Oh yeah.
What do we do? We have time for like one more.
I think Black Panther would be probably the other one that actually does
Panther over the Batman.
Or
I guess we already talked about the Batman because the Batman is really good. What is the Black Panther main theme though? Because John always talks about the music, but
well, just the one part that's incredible.
You're talking about like the but the ethereal plane, right?
Yeah. That's literally incredible.
Because like when I think of Black Panther, I think of the actual
I think of the whole
album that came out with Kendrick Lamar, but
that brings me shame.
Shame.
Well, it's great, but like I'm not one that likes to have like you need a theme.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's what kind of sucks because I think about the album more than any of this music.
I like,
and this is Ludwig. This is a dude who Nolan uses all the time now.
I guess that might be what I'm thinking of is just like
the
yeah,
that's from the actual album.
But it's used quite a few times, and I guess it's from the album, I guess.
But
I associate that with the character.
Dude, I still get chills though from the ethereal plane scene when when T'Challa is talking to his father, he bends down, goes lower, bends down. He's like, "Stand up, you are a king." And he gets up, and that music, if they worked with that and expanded upon that, that could be an amazing theme for Black Panther.
Okay, we have
like a few minutes.
Let's listen to this. I'll skip through really quick, and then we gotta like decide in like 1 minute.
All right, perfect.
It's awesome. I like it. Pressure. So this first 3 minutes is kind of Bruce Wayne's theme. Unless this is an extended edition, but yeah. So this whole, more emotional stuff is Bruce Wayne, which is incredible. You get this whole sad sob story feel, like drama almost. And you're still going. It gets epic, but it's because his life has just been so tragic.
No, it definitely tells it, and that's the thing. You want to tell a story in the theme. That's why the theme is so important.
And then literally exactly halfway through, it switches over.
Yes,
it just goes into nighttime. This is nighttime in Gotham.
It goes into the night.
Yeah,
like
his alter ego.
Here comes the gunslinger, the lone warrior.
This is him when he should be sleeping. This is him when Alfred is sleeping. This is him when he's like, how can I repay the people who killed my parents? And he's just reliving this ideal in his mind, and that's why these notes are just constantly going in his head.
This is the theme that can go up there with 89 and with the animated series. Other than that, like this
feels like Batman.
It's like, look at that image there.
That's making me want to rewatch the Batman.
Dude, it's when you watch it in that sense of it's a Bruce Wayne movie turning into Batman, like it's insane. Yeah. It's kind of like Begins, but it's more. Well, actually, no, it's weird because it's more Batman focused.
No, way more Batman. Very little Bruce Wayne, actually.
But what's weird is the thematic elements in the Batman feel like you're trying to transfer from Bruce Wayne to Batman, and then at the end it just goes full send, like I'm in this for life kind of thing.
Yeah.
This 6-minute 47 track.
Actually, I'm glad you played it.
It
reminds me of the trailer.
Yeah. This is the depiction of Batman in music form, in my opinion. I don't know if I could pick my favorite between this, the Dark Knight trilogy, and 89, because they're all amazing. But
that's Batman.
This one tells the story most complete for me.
That was good.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to probably listen to it. So now the question is, really, what is the definitive superhero theme? And I know we did leave out probably a lot just due to time constraints.
Yeah. But you get the point across.
You get the point across. So out of the ones that we heard today, out of that selection, what do we feel is the definitive superhero theme? I'd say we go around the room really quick and... it
seems like the one we talked about the most was classic Superman, 89, Avengers, Andrew Spiderman,
and the Batman, probably.
The Batman and Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Those six.
So
we have Batman, Superman, and Andrew Spider-Man.
And the Avengers.
Off of the top of my head and off of the way I feel in my heart, I feel like the last two standing would be Man of Steel and probably Avengers.
I like Avengers usage in there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think it's really hard for me because my favorite theme here would probably be Batman 89. Just due to Batman, due to the tie-in of the theme. The Avengers theme, though, I can't deny the impact of that theme now with the MCU, but I also can't impact how perfect Williams' Superman theme is. And that one feels very definitive to the character. John, what's yours?
He didn't even say any. He didn't even pick anything. No, for me,
I could have said Andrew.
Nah, for me, it's really a no-brainer for if you know me. It's definitely the Batman theme from 1989. It is just so iconic. When we went to the concert and the theme happened, everybody just went nuts. There's a reason why.
It is nuts.
Yeah, literally.
Nuts.
There's a reason why. It is the Batman theme. It is the most recognizable. It's like whoa, but it tells a story as well. It's ominous. It what encompasses the character.
It encompasses the character,
and you have iterations of other of the themes for sure. But it's 89. The Batman theme,
absolutely,
for sure. And we're also Batman biased over here, but
we're Batman biased. That's the thing, is I feel like that same thing is what can be said with Superman's theme.
Yes.
It's almost a preference at that point of which one does it better. I'm probably, for sake of I can't not give it to it. I'm probably going to go Batman 89's theme here.
So that's the winner.
That would be the winner then. And what's your choice though?
I think Man of Steel. I think Man of Steel's theme is probably the best theme that's ever been created in my experience.
But what's great is that we literally chose Batman or Superman.
What
does that tell you? What does that tell you?
That's what it always comes down to.
It is literally that. People, Batman and Superman are the two most recognizable superheroes ever made.
Absolutely,
like
night and day.
Night and day.
And what's funny is Spider-Man's probably the third, and he was the only other one that was mentioned in our six.
Yeah, that would probably be the next one there.
It would be, absolutely. But you are right though. You can't break just literally just the dichotomy of Batman and Superman and how they make up whatever you're feeling for a superhero.
Dynamic duo.
Which ironically is referring to Batman and Robin.
Yeah, I know. I realized that as I said it. It's the world's finest. That's
World's
what
finest.
I was thinking of.
Yeah, world's finest. Yeah, that is what they referred to.
That one episode.
And the comic. It was the comics. The Silver Age.
Yeah, it was like the anime series type of thing.
World's finest.
Dude, where Batman's just like...
That was their team-ups originally before Justice League in the 50s and 40s, World's Finest, and then it broke into those incredible episodes.
I can't believe I said the dynamic duo.
The dynamic duo.
And on that note, we are going to close about these superhero themes. We could have probably went on for a very long time about this. Oh, that's our cue. So let us know what your favorite superhero theme is down below, and we will see you guys next time.
So we do a ramp up, so we kind of talk about like the top scores, listen to it, talk about it, and work our way up, and then eventually come to a conclusion of bada bing bada boom.
Okay. I'll start like signaling at 5:15ish or 5:20.
How will I know?
I'll be like, cuckoo.
I'll be like, I gotta piss.
What the signal is? All right, good.
No, I mean, I could.
Give us the signal.
Should I knock? Just like.
Yeah, that can work.
That's never gonna happen. I know the dolphin thing. There we go. Remember how we wanted to lace a dolphin into every episode?
Very badly.
Yeah.
What?
Be like,
the fuck?
I saw a dolphin last week. You'd be like, all right, that's our episode for today.
I would love that. Actually,
every time.
Can you for real, can you pull up a dolphin noise and then have it go, and I go, ooh, and our time is up. We're gonna start concluding here.
This is what it's come down to.
No, this actually
dolphin noises.
This needs to be the thing from now on.
Oh yeah, no, I love it because like